What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Knives of the Round Table. My name is Marco, and today I'm doing something very exciting for me. This video has been a long time in the making. For any of you that have followed my channel for any length of time, or if you've seen my top 10 knives video, my Knives of the Round Table videos, you know that the Shirogorov F3 NS is what I consider the top knife in my collection. That's the best knife that I've ever handled, from a build quality, from materials, from fit and finish, from look, from ergonomics, from action, specifically action. You know that the F3 NS holds a place that's dear and near to my heart, right? It is what I consider the best production knife out there. I'm not alone in that in that assessment. Well, Shirogorov took it upon themselves to do this series, and I call it the Elemental series, and I probably gonna call it that for this video. That's not what Shirogorov calls it, okay? They don't call this series anything. They just came out with these special editions of the F3 NS, and they started releasing them one at a time, and over about a year, okay? And so let me show you kind of what I've got. And it took a long time to get these. These three I managed to get kind of directly from a dealer on a drop. This one I had to hunt down, and I'm gonna give a shout out here in a little bit to people who helped me get this one. So, but let me kind of show you what we have. We have air, earth, fire, water, and Shirogorov, they call them something else. This is the theAerum, Terrus, Ignis, and the Aquatic. So these are all just kind of techno car variations of the same knife. But what they've done is, you know, they've kind of associated the theme with an element, right? They've given you a special lanyard and bead, and these are kind of highly coveted. I've seen many people that buy this knife, remove the bead, and then sell the knife. So just that's how coveted some of these are. But what we have, I think, and I'm not 100% on the order that this was released, but I think the first one was the Aquatic. And I want to give a huge shout out. The guy who sold it to me, Michael, oh my God, Wojciechowski. I'm gonna go with Mike Wachowski. Okay, no. In reality, he was outstanding in the transaction. He sold me the Aquatic kind of on the secondary market, and I want to give a shout out to Kurt Anderson. He's one of the top contributors at the Shirogorov Facebook group. He kept a lookout for. He knew that I was after an Aquatic, and I was hounding him for him to sell me his Aquatic. And he told me that he would keep an eye out if he saw one. And he was on the ball. Every time one came on, he was like, "Marco, there's one available." So I want to give a huge shout out to those guys. One for selling it to me, the other one for helping me kind of track one down. So the Aquatic, I think, was the first one that was released, and I think it's by far the most coveted one. The price is significantly higher than when it was originally, and it's because you've got all of these colors. You've got, you know, kind of obviously water type colors. You got the blue, the aqua, the carbon fiber. Hopefully, and it shimmers, and hopefully that comes across. Let me try and get you a little closer. Hopefully you can see it. So you have all of the quality from the F3 NS, but now in a special edition and something that looks like this. And it is just beyond amazing. They come with a special lanyard, but what they also did is, well, The Aquatic, what do you kind of need for an Aquatic? Well, you need a water resistant blade. So they did Vanax for this one, which is, if it's not my favorite steel, it's among the top 3 for sure. You know, so this is the one that I was the most after. You know, the only one that I couldn't get on the initial drop is the one that I was after. So this is the Aquatic, and I think this is the first one that was released. It comes with this kind of blue anodized bead. It is awesome. The second one that they released, I believe, and don't quote me on it, I don't think the order is that important, but I think it's the Terrus. And the Terrus, what they've done is they've done this kind of obviously earth, and they've done this brown technocarb scales on it. You got this bronze anodized and brown bead, and for this one they went with S90V. Now, I don't think the other 3 knives are, you know, the blade kind of matches kind of anything like Vanax because it's water resistant, that kind of thing. I don't think the other ones do that, but they did go with different steels. So this is an S90V. You got kind of a brown bronze theme happening. You still get all of the good Shirogorov quality fit and finish action. These are just incredible knives. I'm not sure that I'll be able to keep all of these in my collection. I'm trying to. I'm gonna try. But these are expensive knives. These are all of them. These are north of $1,000. And then on the secondary, even more than that. I don't, you know, I think Michael, who sold this one to me, I think he was fair, but they are more expensive on the secondary market. These ones, they're not as expensive, and I'm surprised about this one because I think this one looks really cool. But you can get these two at very close to the original price. So let me keep going. So then I think the third one that was released was the Ignis, and this one has kind of a, it's still kind of a bronze, or I'm gonna call it a brass anodized. It's a little yellow, more yellow, as you can probably see here. You know, it's more of a yellowish anodizing, you know, symbolizing fire. You got this yellow and red technocarb carbon fiber scales. You've got the same anodizing. You've got a matching bead. This is the one that my son likes the most. He likes. He's younger. He's 13 right now, but he's also he's starting to join the knife collection addiction at a very early age, and this is the one that he likes the most. This one was done in your good old standard M390. So something that I was surprised is that they did just kind of stonewashed regular liners on this one. Well, I guess they did it on all, huh? I hadn't noticed. Yeah, I guess that's what they did in all of them. Never mind. I thought that they had anodized the liners as well. And then the last member of the series, the last one in the series, is the theAerum, and this one was done in an LMAX blade. I think LMAX is, in my opinion, probably one of the most underrated steels. In my opinion, the balance of corrosion resistance and toughness and sharpness is just it's very high up there. Now it's an older steel, so it doesn't match M390. It doesn't match it for sure, but I think it's a very underrated steel, and I think I like it a lot. I think it's a great steel. I really do think it's a great steel, and I actually like a lot what they did with the theAerum. I think I like the Aquatic the best, and part of it is the Vanax blade, And I think the colors on the one that I got are just beyond incredible. Depending on which ones you get more blue, or you get more aqua, or you get more yellow or red, or, you know, depending on which one you get. That's kind of a luck of the draw. But I think a very close second is the theAerum, and I like they kind of did a more polished clip here. They did kind of a polished back spacer. I do like Elmex as a steel. I think this knife, the looks and the combination that they did, it works very, very well. I think it's very well done. And what I think I like the most is of these as a group, right? Of these as a set of air, earth, fire, water, right? I used to, when I was a kid, I used to watch the cartoon Captain Planet, right? And you had the four guys that had the air, the earth, the fire, and the water powers, and they would combine to create Captain Planet. And having them all together, like I said, this has been more than a year in the making. I'm not sure when this one released. I think that the birthday is sometime in 2022. And the last one that was released, I probably got a few months ago. So it's been a long time, and it's been a long time because it's been very hard to track the Aquatic. The Aquatic is, you know, whenever somebody offers one up, it gets snatched very, very quickly. I just happened to be at my computer when Michael put this one up. We had the transaction done within a few minutes, really, and it is just amazing. But you can see here on the show side, you have a lot more of the aqua, and then a little bit less of the blue, and on the clip side, you get a lot more of the blue and then a little bit of the aqua. So the colors on this one are just beyond incredible. Now, this is not a full review as I've done. If you want to see my review of the F3 NS, I'm gonna link it. And if you want to see the top knives in my collection, you can go see that. I'm gonna link both, and you can see that there's a reason I have 4 of these. I sold my regular ones. At some point I had one. The bronze version of the F3 NS looks fairly similar to the Terrus. The regular one, the bronze anodized F3 NS, has a little bit less brown. The brown's a little bit more subdued. And some people actually like the regular version. I like this one because it's got the bead and it's part of the set. And then there's a blue one, and the blue one, it looks nothing like these two because it's just blue and carbon fiber. So I had both of those at some point, and I sold them to kind of get funds to kind of fund this addiction. Obviously, it wasn't a one-to-one transaction. But I'm gonna put the clip side on these. So like I said, this is more of a, it's almost more of a me video, or if you really like the Shirogorov series or the F3 NS, this is really more of, you know, sometimes I have grail knives, right? The Stellaris of the custom division of Shirogorov is probably at the top of my grail list. But completing this set, it was an objective that I got ever since they released the Aquatic, which is kind of a bad thing because they released the Aquatic. I missed this drop, and that's when I decided that I wanted all of them, right? So, you know, so I had to. I was on the ball for these 3, and I finally managed to snag this one again. Michael, Kurt, you guys helped me out quite a bit, and I thank you for making this possible, guys. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Again, this is just a showcase. I encourage you, if you want to see the actual review from an action, performance, ergonomics, fit and finish, these is the same as the F3 NS. The only thing that changes in these is the look, is how they did this special edition of the F3 NS, and because it's my favorite knife in my collection, the one that I think it's what I consider the pinnacle of production knives. I think I know I kind of splurged on these. I'm gonna try and keep them as long as I can. I'm unlikely to achieve it. This is a lot of money sunk in a portion of the collection, but for a while it shall remain, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Again, this is not a full review. Go take a look at the other videos if you want to see that, and if you think that I've earned it, if you think that I deserve it, then like and subscribe, and until I see you at the next one, take care.